Welcome back to Sosnovka, Sovkhoz, episode 25, with me, Mr. Searly P. Right, I have made a decision. I am going to get rid of the Steyr Multi. It's a good tractor, and it did a job, albeit very briefly, but now I've got the New Holland T6 160. I don't need two. I can't justify having two front loaders. If I do need to move the wall pallets, I'll just drive down in that. I mean, to be fair, I could keep this instead and get rid of the T6 160, but this just seems to be a bit light. Yeah, don't know why. Just does. Not a particularly heavy tractor, and even with the weight on, it was a bit wobbly, narrow at the front end as well. So it will be going. Sad though it is, we will part ways. We will part X. So we'll get some money for it. So we'll take this back to the store. It's a long drive across that map. Why not just sell it online, you ask? And you can do. You can just go into the menu, go into your vehicles and sell. But if you come back to the sell point, I think it works out, you get 20% more for selling it. 63,000. Yeah, you get 20% more to sell it at the sell point. So it's always worth coming back. Problem you got as well is if you own multiple vehicles or multiple bits of equipment of the same type, there's always the risk that if you click sell, you don't know which one it's going to sell off the map, so it's always best to take it to the sell point, even if it's a bit of a drive. You're getting kind of maximum money back. Right, jump in the Sammy, got the windrow on the back. And we're going to go on down to the meadow next to the sheep field. Now I'm going to windrow that up to be collected for feed for the sheep and the cows. And I thought rather than skip ahead, this is the other route. The route I did in the other episode, either the previous one, the one before that, 24 or 23, I went along the side of the river and crossed at the ford just over there. It cuts off all this section. So this time I thought I'd drive this way so you could see the route. Just there on the right hand side is the biomass plant. That's where you sell your wood chippings. Biogas and biomass. Yes, biomass heating, biogas heating. Yeah. So if you've got wood chips, that's where you take them to sell them. Normally get quite a good price of wood chips. But here we are at the self-made meadow. But so we're going to row this up, and then we'll collect out with the forage harvester. This rower should make relatively light work of it. It's not a massive field. And as I said before, I don't need to do it. I'm not going to do a double cut. So I don't need to. I'm not going to do a double cut on this because the amount of grass that the cows and the sheep are going to eat, they don't require hundreds of thousands of litres of grass. And that one trailer full will probably last them quite a while. That said, I do need to buy another one of those trailers for straw, because obviously if I've got one full of grass, I then can't use that for straw. I mean, I could empty it out and sell it and just use the same one, but I think it's far easier to buy a second one and have them both filled. I know that probably wouldn't happen in real life. You wouldn't leave them filled because stuff would start to rot in them, and I get that. I am going to speed things up in a second for your sanity. Now it's going to, obviously because it's speeded up, it's going to be hard to tell, but bottom right hand side you've got the little picture of the tractor, and behind it you've got the little, shows that you've got an implement on the back, a little box. When it's white it's not it being used, when it's green it is being used, and you'll notice every time I stop the mower it goes white. So obviously on windrowers you can actually see the machinery moving, so it's obvious, but if you're in cab, without having to keep looking over your shoulder, you can just look down at that little bit in the corner and it will tell you. It does the same with the mowers. If the mowers are down or operational they'll be green, if they're up and not running they'll be white. I don't like doing U-turns with the windrower, but what I normally do, if I have done at the end, I'll do what I'm doing now, chop off the ends of the U's and make them into one straight row, because as we said before, with forage wagons, harvesters, balers, it's hard to collect, to pick things up on a bend. It doesn't always pick everything up, it tends to miss stuff, so if you can keep your rows as straight as possible it just makes life a little bit easier. So there we go, rather rapid whiz through, but that's the windrowing done anyway. I probably am going to extend this meadow. I'll probably cut a few more of the trees down further up, so that if it's needed further down the line I've got more meadow to cut. So back into the Lamborghini hook up to the forage harvester. You'll notice the same with this, sorry, forage wagon, not forage harvester, that's something else. If I drop the pickup now, it drops, see the white box drops, turn the machine on, there it goes green. There's going to be a couple of occasions, I think, when I get to the top ends where you've got curbs or up by the road, I'll raise that pickup. And I'm pretty sure when I raise the pickup it will either turn the box white or it will lift the box, so you'll see it's lifted. So that's how you know if you're doing it in cab, whether it's engaged, whether it's on, whether it's up or down, often gets overlooked. And I think that's us pretty much. Full. There we go. That's the other thing as well, do it in cab. I mean, you've got the counter that will build up and you can see it filling up. It's always nice to see it from the outside. So, I know I filled this up in the last episode, but I will just double check, see if there's anything they need in there. They shouldn't have eaten that much. The sheep don't tend to eat vast amounts or particularly quickly, so the grass will last a long time unless I increase the amount of sheep I get. But no, as I thought, capacity is full. Now, what I'm going to do this time, going back, I'm going to take a different route from the ones I've taken before. I am going to go across the field up that track between fields 35 and 36 and down the other side. But rather than go down towards the river, I have just passed field 31, I believe it is. So I'm right in the centre of the map now. I've gone round, there's a hilly tree bit. I'm now heading back down to the river to the ford the other side. There are two on this map, this one here and the one I used on the previous episode around the other side of the river. You always get that warning message come up, but as long as you stick to the sandy bits or the raised bits, you don't go deep into the water. But there are extra crossing points. And what I'll do now, I'll just cross over the road, go around the back of the dairy farm, and I will drop the grass off. As I said before, I'm going to do the grass now in the trough at the end of the field. So I don't mix up your straw and your silage and your mixed rations, and I will put it up this end. It shouldn't take too much more, but it will take some because it's been a while since I put grass in. But they do seem to be enjoying it. I'm going to buy some more cows, probably in the next episode get some more. But let's put a bit in, see how much it takes. It took a fair bit, not catastrophic amounts, but it took some. And now I will go and park up the forage wagon where it will stay for a while. Again, a barn would be ideal now. Park this into a barn out the way, so if it rains it doesn't fill up and become soggy grass, but never mind. I'm just thinking if I make room in the barn over the other side, maybe I could. Right, while I'm here, I'm just going to check and see on our quantities how we're getting on with our slurry and our manure that the cows are producing. I wanted to put on the auto assist, I think. So what we're looking at, 11,300, 1% full. I haven't produced a lot of slurry, to be fair. I haven't got that many cows, in all honesty, and 9% full on the manure. Again, not a huge amount, but it's there. It is gradually building up. That's the other thing. Actually, I'm just thinking, manure. I haven't done greenhouses. Could do some greenhouses, couldn't I? The bales are there. Took them off the trailer. They're all stacked up, ready to use. I will just check on the fermentation state of our silage that's under the blanket. That's on 89%. Okay, that's not bad. 89%. That shouldn't be too much longer then, and that'll be good to use. So I might turn off the automatic help, and we'll put the tractor back. Excellent. And what we'll do now then, bring back the windrower. That's done its job. I'm going to go the roadway. You've seen it going the other way, you don't need me to show you the roadway back again. It's just the reverse of the way you come. It's So our list of things is growing then. Greenhouses, wood chipping. Yeah, got a few bits left to do. Still haven't done not potato, sugar beet. Okay, let's park this up in that little narrow space. Try and avoid hitting that pillar if I can. That is close. Don't want to bend those rakes. That'll do. Okay, so that's both those brought back. So, got some fields that are ready to be harvested. I'll probably start on those next one, and field 18, I haven't been over there yet. Right, I did decide to go to field 18. I was going to leave this until the crop was done, then redo the whole lot in one go. But what I've decided to do is seed it and fertilise it. So it's going to grow a little bit behind the other one. That's not the end of the world. So I will have this whole massive expanse now will all be maize or corn. So yeah, it's going to be a fair sized field. And that one is one that I am, like I said, I keep saying on previous episodes, if you've seen them, that I want to do that on a multiplayer with another person helping me, if it's all possible. That's what I'm hoping. If you haven't seen my other videos, go and check them out. Down on the farm gameplay series on Bjornholm, Westbridge Hills Welcome on Westbridge Hills, and then obviously this gameplay series. If you haven't seen all these, go back, check them out. Watch the videos. And there is also a series on sort of how-to instructional videos. I don't profess to be an expert. I don't profess to be the authority on any of it. It's just the way I do it, the way I try things out. If I think they work, I give it a go. It's just to give you options. You might watch them and think, well, I do it a better way than that anyway. Or you might watch it and think, well, actually that's quite a clever idea, I might try that. Or you might think it's all absolute rubbish, but it is worth a look. So there we are. The new field next to field 18 that I've ploughed out myself is now fertilised and seeded. After an arduous day on the field, well, I'd say day, a little while, I'm going to fill up the seeder because I keep forgetting to do it. Seeder, fertiliser. So it's field. I'll stop there. That is full. I'll park that up, ready to use next time. This tractor seriously needs a wash again, doesn't it? I will get round to doing it at some point. Like I said before, I think on the Bjornholm map, don't let my daughter see this. She is fastidious about cleanliness of her farm machinery on the game. She'd kill me if I was parking this up. Absolutely filthy. Never mind. Right, to get the T9 back as well. And there we are. Refill this seeder as well. The Horsch Maestro. Oh, I didn't take. It doesn't actually use a huge amount, in all fairness. I think even when it does sugar beet, it doesn't use a massive amount of seed. Anyway, I'm going to come in from the back, as I have been doing a lot of the time. It's just easier to drive through. A little bit cheaty, but never mind. Right. Next episode, I think I'm going to whiz over to field 10 and 11, because I think that wheat is ready to harvest, so I'll probably do bit of a wheat harvest. I'm trying to decide what to do with this T9 because I bought the Case Magnum and that can pull all the machinery I've got now as well. I don't know whether to keep this. I might sell it. I have used it, did its job. It was kind of an impulse buy and it is massive. And it's a great tractor. I struggle to drive it with that kind of hinge in the middle. I just find it a bit twitchy. So, I don't know. Don't want to get rid of it, but I might get rid of it. We'll see. Decision for another day. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Got a few bits done. Fed the sheep, a bit more to the cows, windrowed a field. I have off-screen seeded and fertilised most of that field over by 18. But you've got to see the last little bit of it. A few more bits done on the farm, which is what we were always intended to do. And also sold the Stayer Multi. Hope you've enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode, or go back and have a look at previous episodes. Give us a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you want. And as usual, whatever you decide to do, thanks for watching.